If you own a local service business, if you don't already rank at the top in Google, this video is for you. Hello and happy Friday and happy New Year. It is 2026. Crazy. My name is Chris Raulf. I'm the founder of Boulder SEO Marketing. We are a boutique AI SEO agency here in beautiful Boulder and Denver, Colorado, and actually all over the state here in Colorado. So in today's Friday SEO tip, I want to talk about local SEO best practices that if you run a local service business, if you're the owner or marketing manager at a local service business, this video is for you. I'll be sharing information and best practices that we're deploying for our customers. Most of our customers, they're local service businesses here in Colorado and also throughout the US. So let's get into it. I didn't do a lot of rehearsing for this video, but I did publish or republish our local SEO guide for 2026, as you can see here, on December 30th. So I'll be putting the link to the information that I'm sharing here in this video right below in the description field of this YouTube video. So definitely make sure to check out those resources. I'll be sharing a lot of information, things that actually work, strategies that I discussed throughout last year, 2025, with potential new customers that signed on with us. So this guide is sort of like a recap of what I discussed with new customers, potential new customers, and it includes strategies, tips, best practices that we are actually implementing for our local service business customers. All right. Before I continue, if you happen to be in the Grand Junction area, I'll be hosting an SEO coffee roundtable on January 7th in Grand Junction. So if you would like to discuss your local SEO challenges, pick my brain a little bit, please send me a message via this link here. Again, I'm going to put the link to this press release right below in the description field of this YouTube video. So make sure reserve your spot by sending a message through our website. Again, that's going to happen January 7th, 2026, down south in Grand Junction. All right, back here. Oh, and then if you want to take your local SEO to the next level, make sure to sign up for our upcoming hour-long local SEO webinar that is happening on January 20th from the convenience of your computer screen. You can join us for an hour-long complimentary online session where my business partner Daniel Burns and I are sharing strategy on what is going to work in terms of local SEO in 2026. Again, link is right below in the description field of this YouTube video. And if you can't make that webinar, I'm also going to include the link to the last webinar that we hosted on this topic a couple of months ago. I'm going to include the link to recording of this webinar right below in the description field of the YouTube video. We host these local SEO webinars every 3 to 4 months because things are changing rapidly, specifically with how fast AI is evolving in our space. So we're updating this webinar on a regular basis. So definitely make sure to join us for the live webinar if you would like to get up to date information that will help you rank your local service business at the top in Google. Let me show you what is possible. I'm going to do a quick incognito search here. So SEO company Boulder. We are a local service business, right? So this is where you want to show up. So our own business shows up at the very top in the local map pack here. I'll talk more about this in this in this video when I go over the local SEO guide. Then that's my personal Google business profile. And then obviously you also want to show up in the traditional blue links here in the Google search results. So this is what this video is all about. If you own a local service business, if you don't already rank at the top in Google, this video is for you. All right. So let's head back to our local SEO guide here. I'm not going to go over everything. Again, I'm going to put a link to the information right below in the description field of this YouTube video. But let's talk about, all right, the local map pack Google business profile. As you can see here, I am just outside of Boulder, Colorado. I'm in Superior. So distance is a factor, relevancy, and prominence. So these are important ranking factors when it comes to the local map pack. This is the ultimate low-hanging fruit opportunity in terms of search engine optimization for a local business. Anybody can set up a Google business profile. You don't even need a website. So if you own a local service business, this is non-negotiable. You will have to sign up and claim your Google business profile, and then obviously make sure that you properly optimize your Google business profile. I'm going to show you the Boulder SEO Marketing Google business profile here in a second. This will give you a realistic chance to actually show up in the local map pack. Right now, Google shows 3 listings before you have to click on more businesses. So it's critically important that you show up in that map pack in the top 3 search results there. Then just briefly talk about how long does local SEO take. So usually when I talk with potential new customers, I tell them, depending on how well their website already ranks or not, it can take anywhere from like 3 to 6 months until we see results. So if you have just hired a new SEO agency or maybe your first agency, don't fire them after month 2 or 3. It takes a little bit of time. There's a lot of things that an SEO agency needs to do on your behalf to gain momentum, to get those rankings that you are looking for. All right. Back to our Google business profile. Let me share here we go. So obviously, we already signed up. We already claimed our Google business profile. Once you have done so, let me show you the dashboard here. So once you have signed up for your Google business profile, once you have claimed your Google business profile, you will get access to a dashboard like this. Make sure just go through each and every section here on this dashboard. Edit profile. that will take you into the part of the dashboard where you can add information such as your business category, a meaningful description, when did you open your business, phone numbers, social media profiles, etc. The more complete the information in your Google Business Profile, the better the chance that your Google Business Profile will rank in the local map pack. Also, something I think that every local business, service business struggles with is getting reviews from happy customers. It's something that I think any business struggles with. So what you can do, they have a nice section here called Ask for Reviews. Just copy this link, send it to your happy customers, ask them for them to leave a review on your Google Business Profile. This is one of the most important ranking signals. You can also share this QR code, put it up on a counter if you have a brick and mortar business, but take advantage of asking happy customers to leave reviews. Then you also want to add information about your products, services. You want to publish updates on a regular basis. As you can see here, we publish updates to our Google Business Profile on a regular basis. Those are very important signals that Google takes into account. All right. So, and also this video is not meant to be an extremely detailed training on everything that you should or could be doing, but just I want to give you some pointers on the things that you could do. Obviously, if you want to do SEO yourself, take some trainings, do some more reading, etc. Or if you want to hire somebody like us, certainly invite you, reach out to us. Happy to talk shop if that's something that you are interested in. Here's some information on how to optimize your Google Business Profile. Then clearly reviews, very important. Get those reviews. Find a way for happy customers to leave those reviews. Again, that's a very important ranking signal. Then on-page SEO essentials for local businesses. All right. I'll talk briefly about title tags, meta description tags. I'll show you what good header tags look like. So why don't we do another incognito search here for Longmont SEO company. We recently opened a sales office in Longmont, which is just about 30 minutes from Boulder. Check this out. So this is us, BSM, a Longmont SEO company. We set up a doing business as, so it's totally fine to name this Google business profile with this company name here, BSM, a Longmont SEO company. And then check this out. This is our location page for the Longmont office. All right. This is the title tag. This is exactly what we put on the back end of this page. And I'll show you this page in a second. So this would be the title tag, about 60 characters. Make sure to include your most important keyword, Longmont SEO in this case. And then this is the description tag. Again, that resides on the back end of this page. And this is exactly what I put into the description tag field. So Google 1-for-1 took that description and title information, and it's displaying it to potential people interested in teaming up with somebody like us. So this is the H1, header 1. Very important. Put a very descriptive information in there. It's like, hey, local service businesses in Longmont, are you losing jobs because your competitors rank higher, right? So let them know that you understand their problem. Then, hey, this is what we do. So this matters critically, that you immediately connect with your target audience. And then these are H2s. Google pays a lot of header 2s. Google pays a lot of attention to what's in the information there. Again, this is an H2, header 2, critically important as Google pays close attention to the information. And then, obviously, you want to create a landing page that's meaningful, that conveys the information that people would want to read. Again, I'm going to put the link to the information here right below in the description field of this YouTube video. All right, onward. Then again, this is about location pages where I share a little bit more information. I'm not going to go into too much detail regarding technical optimization. One thing that's going to be critically important in 2026 is Schema. If you don't know what that is, just do a Google search or go to your favorite large language model such as ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, etc. to learn more about Schema. But it's basically code that you can put on the back end of a website to basically provide more information to Google and other search engines on what kind of information is on a website. This is Google's rich results testing tool where you can actually check if Schema has been implemented and if it's been implemented correctly. Again, you'll find the link to this tool right below in the description field of this YouTube video. Then onward, building local authority, citations, links, and EEAT. All right. So backlinks to a website, relevant, high quality backlinks are still very important. I'm going to show you 2 ways on how to generate backlinks to your website. And then let me quickly talk about EEAT. That stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. That is a very important ranking signal as people are now turning to these large language models like ChatGPT, just crank out low quality content. They put it up on their websites. Scammers are building websites that's purely AI generated content. So in order for Google and these other AI search engines to surface high quality content, they take a look at what is the EEAT score of a person or a website. So if you can prove to Google and these AI search engines that you're the real deal, you have a better chance to rank at the top in their search engines. So an easy way to generate backlinks to your website is with the help of a tool such as featured.com. It's basically a platform where publications, they look for input from experts such as me, right? I've been doing SEO for nearly 30 years. So we take a look at what publications are. Let me show you an example here. For example, Yahoo Life, right? They are going to publish a piece of content about unconventional luxury wellness products. So they are looking for input quotes from experts in that space. So my team is looking for opportunities where I can provide a contribution, such as this example here, blazemedia.co.uk, a website in the UK. The publisher is writing an article on answer engine optimization and how SEO professionals are adapting to ChatGPT, etc. Clearly a topic that is very close to my heart, that I am very qualified to do a contribution to. So this is what we did. My team actually helps me develop these contributions. So we submit these contributions, and then check this out. I am one of the most published people on earth. Not really, but we clearly take advantage of this great tool, featured.com, where I get published in a lot of publications here. Let's say Marketer magazine. When we take a look at this link, 20 tips for creating high quality content that ranks. If we do a search for my name, ta-da, there's my contribution, a link to my LinkedIn profile and to my our website, Boulder SEO Marketing. So this counts as an active backlink. All right, that's one strategy to get relevant, high quality backlinks. And then another backlink strategy that still works really well, digital PR. Works incredibly well. A tool that I highly recommend is called prlog.org. As you can see here, we announced that I'm doing a training down in Grand Junction. We did a press release. This press release is getting hundreds of hits. It has been picked up by publications such as Digital Journal, a lot of publication. And guess what? Let's take a look at this press release here. This is a link back to our website. I wish I was there. But you're able to include backlinks in your press releases to your website, specific pages. So this is still a strategy that works incredibly well. Onwards. All right, this is actually a longer video than I expected. Let's talk about AI search. Most everybody is using tools such as ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Google Gemini, etc. to find information. Google will still dominate this game. Most people will continue to use Google for their search needs. However, it is very important that your content, your website is starting to show up in these AI overviews and in these AI search engines. Let me show you an example here. We just recently published our SEO price guide. Guess what? A lot of people are interested in finding out how much SEO costs. All right. This is called an AI overview. Most frequently, Google now shows one of these AI generated snippets. And very important that your website or the content that you publish on your website is actually getting cited as a trusted source where these AI overviews are created from. All right. So this is very important that your website shows up as a trusted source. And then obviously you also want to rank at the very top in the blue links for the content that you created in relation to these search terms. I can talk about AI search forever. What I would like to do is simply invite you to attend our upcoming webinar on generative engine optimization and how to adapt your strategy for AI powered search in 2026. We're hosting this webinar on March 26th. So don't miss out. This is critically important that your website shows up in AI search. All right, and I promise I'm nearly done here. Let's briefly talk about Micro SEO. It's our proprietary SEO strategy that we developed after our own website was hit by a core algorithm update. So if you're interested in learning more about SEO, again, you'll have a conversation with me where we do a screen share meeting. What I most likely, one of the first things that I would do in this meeting is head over to an SEO tool called SE Ranking. I would plug in your website into the competitive research section. I would click on Analyze. What I would be interested in is to see, does your website already have low-hanging fruit opportunities? All right, I'm going to show you exactly what a low-hanging fruit opportunity is. So basically, we'll be looking at high intent keywords, basically keywords that your target audience is typing into Google, but you're currently not on page 1 or in the top 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 organic search results. So, here's a great example. Local SEO optimization. So we're currently at position 17. So we are on page 1 with this guide that we just updated, republished. So this would be an incredible low-hanging fruit opportunity where, with the help of our Micro SEO methodology, we could potentially have a chance to get your piece of content to rank at the top in Google, because we know how to do this stuff. We're doing it for a very long time. So this would be a great example of a low-hanging fruit keyword opportunity. Again, if you're interested in a no strings attached session with me, just reach out and we'll arrange a screen share meeting. All right, onward. And I promise you we're nearly done here. Case studies. If you read this guide, I definitely encourage you to read some of these case studies here. Let's take a look at Maurer Painting, local service business here in Boulder. Very important keyword for them, exterior painter, Boulder, Colorado. So let's take a look at that. Boom. These are sponsored ads, right? So basically it's pay to play. It can be a viable option if you're not visible at all. If you have done no SEO at all, this may be a good option. However, you're going to pay a decent amount of money per click to Google. This is where you want to show up. This is our client. We got them to rank organically in top spot in the map pack, and then also in the top spot in the blue links. So this is what a successful local SEO strategy is all about. So I definitely encourage you to read these case studies. We love working with local service businesses here in the Boulder, Denver area, all over Colorado, in fact, all over the US. So don't hesitate to reach out or schedule a no strings attached initial call with me. Make sure, read this guide that I wrote here to learn more how you too can benefit from a powerful local SEO strategy. And last but not least, we have recently hosted a online summit where we talked about artificial intelligence, search engine optimization, and generative engine optimization. It was a 3-hour-long online summit where I had the chance to talk to some of the brightest minds in this space. We had nearly, I think, 700 people signed up for this online summit. We're going to host this summit again on April 1st. I'm going to put a link to the registration page right below in the description field. But if you're interested in viewing the recording of this summit, here it is. I'm going to put a link to the recording right below in the description field of this YouTube video. Woo! With that being said, I hope you learned something new. If you're still watching this, thank you so much for your interest and for your time listening to me. Again, I wish you a happy, successful, fun, amazing, healthy new year. Please don't hesitate to reach out if I can answer any questions about local SEO. Again, Chris Raulf here, founder of Boulder SEO Marketing, local SEO expert, AI SEO expert. I will talk to you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.